Let's talk about something we all do pretty much every day in California: share the road. It seems simple, right? But doing it safely, especially when it comes to pedestrians, is a skill we all need to master. So today, we are going to break down exactly what that means. So first up, when I say the word pedestrian, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably someone walking on a sidewalk, right? Well, that's only part of the story. The official definition is actually way broader. We're talking about people on skateboards, roller skates, and, this is really important, anyone with a disability using a wheelchair or another kind of mobility device. And yeah, take a look here. These folks are all considered pedestrians under the law. It's a really key mindset shift every single driver has to make. You're not just looking out for people on foot, you're looking out for all of them. Now, there's a term for this whole group, and it's a serious one: vulnerable road users. And it means exactly what you think it means. They don't have a 2-ton steel cage around them, no airbags, no seatbelts. That one fact is why the laws are so strict and why your awareness as a driver is absolutely critical. So how does this all translate into the actual rules of driving? Well, it all leads to the single most important principle when it comes to sharing the road: right of way. If you can get this one thing right, you're already halfway to being a much safer driver. So here it is, the big one. Forget the what-ifs, forget the exceptions. The fundamental, unbreakable rule is this: pedestrians always have the right of way. This is not a suggestion, it's not a courtesy, it's the law, full stop. And listen, this rule isn't just for those perfectly painted crosswalks. It applies in unmarked crosswalks, at pretty much any intersection. It even applies if you have a green light but someone's still in the crosswalk. And here's the one that gets a lot of people. It applies even when that don't walk hand is flashing. Your job is to yield. Period. Okay, so we know the rule, but knowing it and doing it are two totally different things. Let's talk about how to put this into practice where it counts the most: the crosswalk. It's really a simple 3-step process. 1, you see a pedestrian who looks like they're going to cross. 2, you stop your car behind that big, thick white line. Not on it, not over it, but behind it. And 3, you wait. And I mean really wait. No creeping forward. Just wait until they are safely across the street. Now, let's be super clear about what happens when you get this wrong. Stopping your car in the crosswalk isn't a small mistake. It literally forces people to walk around your car and directly into a live lane of traffic. You are actively putting them in danger. All right, pop quiz time. This is a huge one, and every driver needs to know the answer like the back of their hand. You see a car stopped at a crosswalk in the lane next to you. Why is it absolutely 100% illegal to pass them? And this is why. It's so simple, but so deadly. That car that stopped, it's creating a giant blind spot for you. You have no way of knowing what's in front of it. And 9 times out of 10, it's a person. By swerving around that car, you're essentially driving blind into a space where someone is walking. It's one of the most dangerous things you can do on the road. Okay, so beyond the basic rules, there are specific times and specific people that require you to turn your awareness dial all the way up. Let's cover a few of those. I want you to just think about this for a second. For someone who is blind, the world is navigated through sound. Your engine isn't just background noise, it's how they know you're there. That's why anyone with a white cane or a guide dog always has the right of way. No exceptions. And this brings up a really modern challenge. Older gas cars make a pretty obvious sound. But today's hybrids and electric cars, they're nearly silent when they're moving slowly. So if you're driving one of these, you have an extra layer of responsibility. You have to be incredibly cautious because someone might literally not hear you come. At the end of the day, a huge part of road safety is just patience. Not everyone moves at the same speed. Seniors, people with disabilities, a parent juggling a couple of little kids, they're all going to need more time. Giving them that space and that time isn't just nice, it's a core part of being a responsible driver. And let's be crystal clear on this one. When you see a school crossing guard with their stop sign up, that is not a friendly suggestion. Their instructions, their hand signals, their whistle, whatever they're doing, have the full force of the law. You must obey them, no questions asked. So, we've covered the who, the where, the how. Let's try and wrap all this up into one simple, powerful idea that you can take with you every single time you start your car. I absolutely love this analogy. Think about it. Driving is the game, and you're one of the players in a powerful machine. But the crosswalk, that's a neutral zone. When a pedestrian steps into it, the entire game pauses. The players, the cars, have to stop and wait for the spectators to pass through safely. So in that moment, your job changes completely. You're not just a driver trying to get from point A to point B anymore. You become the guardian of that neutral zone. Your job is simple: stop, wait, and make absolutely certain that zone is clear before the game starts again. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. The next time you get behind the wheel, ask yourself, am I just seeing the road, the asphalt and the signs and the lights, or am I really seeing the people on it? The kid on the skateboard, the elderly couple, the person in the wheelchair? Because seeing them, well, that changes everything.